This is the most grueling episode we've ever done on Better Call Saul. I kind of hope it stays that way and we never do this again.
I love pushing myself physically and going to places that we never imagined, but that was almost too much. I'll always remember that episode and the work of making it.
We're out on Mesa del Sol, which is kind of the studio backlot. It's actually right across from Q Studios. And we are filming Jimmy's meeting with the cousins.
It's a beautiful place, but it's also a harsh environment. We're shooting this particular episode in July, which was probably not the world's greatest piece of planning, but it means that the temperature has gone up to 105 degrees at certain points.
This location is dear to our heart. This was our first scene, season 3, Breaking Bad, when Bryan Cranston directed the big explosion. Remember that? But we're delicate. This sun is killing us. I mean, we just look like this. We're ugly motherfuckers, but we're delicate. Okay, so yeah, don't get it twisted. Yeah, this sun is fucking us up.
We got some really cool shots. So we got all kinds of heat haze, augmented a bit with some propane burners.
We're trying to use our cinematic license to make it a little bit more creative and a little bit more intense so that you as a viewer see it and you're like, wow, that guy's really, really hot.
But most of the heat haze you're going to see in this episode is real. Jimmy does not know how scared he ought to be, is blissfully unaware of just how murderously terrifying these guys really are.
He looks like a piñata, you know, like when you get out of the car, you're like, who the fuck is this guy? Is this shit real?
I had fun asking the cousins, the Moncada brothers, asking them to mirror their movements as much as possible. Say, get out of the car, exactly, open the car door. We even do like a 3 count. 1, 2, 3, open the door. 1, 2, 3, grab the bag. So when you're leaving, if you both can turn, so I think that would mean, Luis, you turn this way. And then Daniel, you turn this way. Yeah. It was kind of fun seeing them, sort of like synchronized swimming or something. We are in Tahajali, which is an Indian reservation, the Canyoncito Indians. This is the same reservation that Walt and Jesse first cooked meth in the pilot episode of Breaking Bad.
We're shooting a scene where Jimmy has got a fair amount of money. He's transporting it and he gets ambushed.
We really wanted this to be the most intense, the most violent, the most dramatic, cinematic scene we were capable of showing. I definitely wanted to leave it on the field, as they say.
This scene is a huge group effort from every single department, doing different types of blood and dirt, and then we've got special effects, blowing up tires, putting squibs everywhere. The props team and the armor, Smitty, are getting all of these hot weapons on set, and everybody's working together to make sure that we don't forget any pieces.
The magic of the movies. This is probably the hardest single scene that I've ever shot. It's 4 days out here, 100-degree weather. I feel like I'm dying. It's just like, I feel like my brain is about to melt and pour out of my ear.
It's very hard working in these conditions. Your ability to think clearly is a little bit scrambled by the heat and the dust and the elements. So it's like a bit of extra effort to focus and bring the energy to it.
It's a scene that we've broken up into 11 different parts, and we're shooting each part separately. So we're doing all of the beginning part of the ambush before the shooting arrives first, getting that out of the way, and then we're killing each of our mercenaries one at a time. We're gonna kill Algin, and then we're gonna turn around and we're gonna blow out this headlight to kill Chris.
And cut. Fantastic. Excellent job.
More than most directors, Vince has envisioned every moment that he wants. I never saw him get hit.
I think it's okay to see him get hit. Bob, that was my favorite yet for you.
Well, I did without the earplugs.
Oh shit, no, don't do that.
Yeah, it's better. It's way better. I can hear the fucking guns. Jesus, otherwise it's just kind of...
He didn't even want to wear the earplugs that everyone else was wearing. I myself was going like this behind the monitor.
It's just better to hear that loud crack and have to move and turn and try to grasp what's happening and be sort of driven by the energy that those things provide you, with the fear and that you get from just hearing a full round. Being able to hear the bullets is way helpful.
Bobby has dedicated himself to making this as good as he can make it. How can you not like working with that kind of attitude?
The shooting just ended. Everybody's dead. Oh my God, you're alive. Except that now there's a vehicle coming. It's coming from where the sniper was. He's coming for you.
You hit? Are you shot? Jimmy is shell-shocked, and Mike is not so far removed that death is a casual incident. In his way, he tries to help Jimmy a little bit.
Mike is his guardian angel in this moment. You know, they've always had a comically angry relationship. It's a little less comic because they're both trying to stay alive.
Mike is tough and thinks about every possible scenario and is very pragmatic. And Jimmy is somebody who's scrappy and can figure his way out of just about any situation.
I think they become a decent survival team. He does not want to see Jimmy perish.
Mike is his little Yoda who takes him through this transformation into potentially a bigger, badder character. So he's learning from Mike how you think about this, how you think about operating on this level.
Once in a while, there's a location which is perfect for a part of a scene, but we need something else for another part of the scene. A good example of this is the rocks, where Mike and Jimmy camp out for the night. It's a beautiful location out there in the desert, but shooting there at night is a logistical nightmare. So our amazing art department has built here on stage a recreation of the actual rock formations that we found out in the desert.
We had a digital photographer come with a camera that 3D mapped the actual rock formation, and our art department took that model and made slices of it, and we basically built it like a topographical map, and then just from there used the pictures to carve it to make it look right.
In this particular episode, we have many stages of makeup on Bob Odenkirk. He goes from being very sweaty to being very dehydrated and very, very sunburned, and his lips are very, very chapped, and he has his beard stubble. His eyes are getting red, and he's drying off his inside of his lips and his tongue between the takes, so when he's actually doing the scenes, he's got dry mouth for real. My favorite stage for Jimmy was the last stage, of course, because he looks very, very messed up.
So this is the final scene of the episode, the big final scene where Jimmy McGill cons this bad guy out of the open. And meanwhile, from a hidden position, Mike takes a shot with a sniper rifle.
Mike's a sniper, and Mike is a veteran. And apparently, from our backstory, Mike's a sniper from Vietnam. So this is really the first time that you really see all his expertise. I mean, you've seen him fire before, but not like this.
And this is the result. Kills the bad guy dead. And Jimmy is kind of the hero in this moment.
We take all the precautions we can, and I feel it's very safe. Otherwise, we wouldn't do it. But at a certain point, that's why we have stunt people.
This is old school. I learned this way back on the Dukes of Hazzard and Fall Guy. We put a car inner tube here to help if this thing starts tumbling on its side, that keeps me from smashing up against these pipes. I've got a switch here that activates my foot switch. So my foot switch isn't hot until I flick this on. Then when I get up to about 60, 65 miles an hour, I'll stomp on that foot switch, which will activate the cannon, and then physics will take over. And we don't know what's going to happen at that point. One of my concerns about performing this stunt on this road is the camber of the road. You can see it's kind of like a crown. And it's going to want to make the vehicle either want to roll off to the left or off to the right. My job is to try to keep it as straight as I can down the middle of the road. But this is going to be a little challenging for me.
Our director of photography and director had 2 extra cameras to the sides just in case. So in a perfect world, if it does veer, it will still go towards one of those cameras. Bob being in front of the vehicle will be done as a green screen element so that we can do what we call a composite shot, where you have the action and then we marry our actor in front of it. That way we can keep our hero in the shot, keep him completely out of harm's way. Corey's going to start back well around that bend. He's going to be heading towards this mark, 55 miles an hour. Not only watch for the vehicle, but watch in case a tire rips off there, parts fly off. It's going to be heading this way, and that's not stopping.
Copy you. Princess said money's no object, so we're just going to let this roll for about, I don't know, 30 or 40 minutes.
Who said that either?
AV, common mark.
No, I'm good.
Holy
water would be awesome.
You are the.
Is that what you wanted?
Fantastic. The engine's still running and the tire is like fantastic.
Thank you, guys. It was everybody. It was the effects guys. It was the safety team. It was this man right here. Al Goto.
Great job. Great job.
Nailed it.
Good job, all you guys. Excellent job. Excellent job, all you gentlemen. Fantastic.
I feel I got a little bit of luck. It was on my side today because as we discussed the camber of this road, it did eventually pitch me over, but I thought we got 3 or 4 rolls out of it.
I mean, come on. This is crazy, and I'm thrilled that everyone's okay and it went off as well as it did.
And that's a wrap on episode 508.
Now that it's over and I survived and nobody got hurt, nobody lost a limb or died from rattlesnake bites or whatnot, I am pleased to say that I'm very proud of this episode. It came out great. It started with a great script, had the best actors around. None of them died out there, thank God, me included. And it really came together. Pain fades, but the glory remains. And that's what happened here.